fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
We've had dual threat quarterbacks in the NFL in the past, and we've had some really good ones. But I don't know if we've had one quite like Lamar Jackson. Led the league in touchdown pass with 36 last season. Set the all-time record for rushing yards in a single season for a quarterback at over 1,200 yards. And he led his Baltimore Ravens to a 14-2 regular season mark. Best in the NFL. The sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the second round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
On second down, Ingram. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 39. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Just book, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 28 yards, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to. But this this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
On first down, Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Justin Tucker.
Emoji fire, emoji goat.
Tucker now.
Yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
The Browns ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. But you might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-20. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Room here to run. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And his kick is right through. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up. Now a hit and a loose football. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Another dollar,
Still
baby.
going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at him go inside the 30.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the...
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 34-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Mayfield to his new target, Hooper, for a Cleveland 1st. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
35. Browns, nothing.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Past the 20, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Marcus Peters.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Recovered by the...
And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
The Browns drive about to get started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And Charles, a look there at the Ravens draft class for 2020. And I tell you, for a team picking late in the draft, they came up with a couple of gems in the first few rounds.
They absolutely did, because when you're picking that late, you're not expected to get some of the best quality players in the draft, but they did. Patrick Queen at 28, maybe the top linebacker. And then for some people, J.K. Dobbins at 55 as a running back. A lot of people had him #1 on their boards. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception #1 in his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back seven on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
The 23-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how development as a thrower, as a professional.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick. And he loses the football a second time. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the...
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Number 21, Mark Ingram.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down and 4, Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
That's good. We're up.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
The ball carrier.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
15-yard line. A gain of 2.
Throwing on second and 8, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They're running. Ingram. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Ravens have got it.
Mayfield's pass complete.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. at the 5-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Trying to imp, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Very short kick. This will be now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
Just had to hold on to the ball.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And he's got it up and through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And they've reached halftime with the score 17-10. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Jordan Howard has found the end zone twice, 2 touchdowns for him. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
We remind you lots more to come here this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Derek Wolfe.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Buying time to his left. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson's...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Recovered by the Ravens.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 35 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, this is something we saw often during his MVP season of 2019. He's going to set up to throw. Doesn't like anything he sees downfield and takes off and goes. So even though you know it's coming, the trick is still finding a way to tackle him in the open field. Not many people are going to get Lamar Jackson down when he has space.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
40-yard line.
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yes.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side.
Another day, baby.
And
this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays. To them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On third down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Recovered by the Ravens.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 26-yard line. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 26 yards. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick, and oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Recovered by the Ravens.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the Browns' 30-yard line.
Jackson now off the bootleg. This will be caught inside the 10. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens add on. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
35-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. He completes it to Hunt. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Ravens have got it.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Man, Lamar Jackson, we all know it, but he is just so elusive with the football.
I don't care how many times you go through tackling drills at practice and how many different situations you put guys in practice. It's not the same as trying to get Lamar Jackson on the ground.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be now a hit and a loose football. Still going past the 30. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Recovered by the Ravens.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's second down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. He's past the 30. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
By the Ravens.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
That's good.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Throwing is Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Jackson now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there.
What's
forcing
good?
the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
More points, and that widens this.
And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he'll lose yardage, brought down at the 32. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted, a loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then
It
change
is
the
me.
coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
From the gun on third down. And he's got his man. That's
as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. Second and 10. Mayfield with it once more.
Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
There's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr., and in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well, an 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah.
The players on your team earned XP.
Even with a sprain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask.
Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?